How can you get better results from your advertising? Before we can answer that question, we need to address the problem. And the problem is this: most companies waste enormous amounts of money on marketing that doesn't work. And the reason why is because their marketing message is unclear. I want you to meet Jake. He's the owner of Homeplace Furniture in Strasburg, Pennsylvania. When I first met Jake, he immediately told me print advertising doesn't work for him. After looking over his past ads, I could see why. His message was as clear as mud. And even worse, everything that could be said about his business was crammed into a tiny advertisement. Jake had given up completely on print advertising and was absolutely certain it didn't work for him. But after hearing why his past ads were not working, he agreed to give it one more shot. So we simplified his ad to be about one thing and one thing only. Then we worked out how to express his message in clear, simple language. Here's what his new ad looked like. Now, Jake sells many different kinds of furniture in his store, but you'll notice the new simplified ad only focuses on one item. So how did Jake's new ad perform? Here's what Jake said. For the first time ever, I began to see real results from print advertising. My phones were ringing, and people were showing up at my business with their fish wrapper in hand. Even the ads their team redesigned for me are getting results in other print publications. The takeaway here is that your message must be clear. So how do you clarify your marketing message to get results like Jake? Easy, by using story structure. Now, this was popularized in business settings by Donald Miller in his book called Building a Story Brand. Miller helps us see that a good story boils down to this: a character who wants something encounters a problem before they can get what they want. At the peak of their despair, a guide steps in to their lives, gives them a plan, and calls them to action. That action helps the character avoid failure and ends in success. So let's break this down and reveal how this creates irresistible advertisements. First, a character. The story is not about you or your brand. The story is about your customer getting what they want. Think of your customer as the hero of the story. Your brand is the guide that helps the hero win the day. The sooner a brand comes to grips with this paradigm shift, the faster they will grow. Many companies talk about how great they are and how their grandfather started the company, but their customers don't care. Your customers are only concerned about how you can help them win the day and live happily ever after. If you remodel kitchens, you might say, a spacious kitchen you'll love cooking in. If you're a financial advisor, you might say, a retirement plan you can count on. Now that's the messaging your customer will respond to. Next, the hero encounters a problem. Your business exists to solve problems. The more you can talk about your customers' problems, the more they will listen. If you met me at a networking event and asked what Little Mountain Printing does, I could answer with, oh, we're a print shop. Or I could say, you know how a lot of businesses are missing key marketing tools and it's costing them sales? Well, at Little Mountain Printing, we offer marketing tools like postcard mailers, modern websites, custom apparel, and promotional products to keep companies growing. Feel the difference? The more we talk about our customers' problems and connect them to our solutions, the more business we'll do. After a character in a story encounters a problem, they then meet a guide. Remember, you're not the hero of the story. Your customer is. So what role do you play? Answer: the guide. To be the guide customers want to work with, you must be able to demonstrate authority. Authority means competence here. Are you qualified to come alongside your customers and help them win the day? If so, tell them in all of your advertisements. You can demonstrate your authority through testimonials, awards, and logos of other companies you've helped, or even through statistics like how many satisfied customers you have. Once your customers see proof that you know what you're doing, you'll win more of them over to your business. A good guide gives their hero a plan. A plan is a 3 or 4-step process of what it looks like to work with you. And the best part, it completely alleviates any confusion the hero might have and gives them the confidence to move forward with a purchase. One of the struggles Unruh Furniture had was even though they make some of the best heirloom furniture, customers were hesitant to purchase because the process to purchase was unclear. Once they mapped out a simple plan to show customers how easy it was to order custom furniture, their business took off like a rocket. Finally, and my favorite part, all good stories must end in success. Language from this category of storytelling paints the picture of what the promised land looks like. What will life look like for your customers after they purchase from you? Tell them in vivid detail. From Miller's book, if you sell rugs, a successful resolution might be a beautiful floor or a room that finally feels finished. If you sell ice cream, a successful resolution might be a rich, creamy taste of heaven. Camping gear, an adventure to remember. Tell your customers in all of your advertisements how much better their life will be after solving their problem with your solution. Let me bring this to a close with an example of one of our own advertisements. This is an example of a story-branded ad. You can see this ad spells out the success our clients can have if they purchase direct mailers. And we even include a testimonial to back up our claim. After only a few days of this ad running, our president chatted me this message.
Don't know what was different about the PCBE ad on targeted direct mail, but I think I've gotten 10 calls from that ad in the last 3 days. So far, it has proved promising.
And what's remarkable is the actual version of this ad had a graphic issue when it was printed. But because the marketing message was so clear, the ad performed well anyway. That's the power of getting the words right. One last tip. If you need a quick checklist to remember the bare bones of what your advertisements should include, here's that list. Your advertisement should mention what it is that you do. Your advertisement should say how your product or service benefits your customer. And the last one, how does your customer buy it? If you need any help with your marketing, give us a call at Little Mountain Printing. We're here to serve you with graphic design, printing, mailing, photography, promotional products, apparel, websites, and advertising. Thank you.